name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so make sure you guys are checking it out. But lovely Friday. How's your Friday going so far?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, waking up to like a snowy, slushy morning is never the best way to, but at least there was a little bit of sunshine when I woke up. That was the one thing I gave to it was, you know, we're in the midst of summer, so you're going to have snow, but as long as I see a little bit of sunshine, I'm pretty happy.
100%. I don't know. I'm thinking I might have to get some like fried chicken for lunch.
Ooh, that might be a good lunch meal for sure. I was thinking about going to Bennigan's and getting those double fried chicken tenders that they have, which is absolutely delicious.
I was thinking of Chancing Popeyes.
Chance and Popeyes.
They're good when they're good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have the same issue as us here at where we're at, as our Popeyes is either hit or miss heavily. Like, when you go down and, like, I've eaten Popeyes at other states and stuff like that, I've never had a bad one. But it's just the one in our town where I'll randomly go there and I'll be like, wow, this is a really bad chicken sandwich, and I don't know how you mess it up.
Yeah, no, it's very true. I don't know what they're doing in there, but that building that this restaurant is in has had a history of being like cursed.
It 100% is. No business is able to stay there, even though it's like a super like bustling spot where people pass it all the time. It's right by a high school, and so people could just drive after school and go pick up some fast food.
It's weird to me because it's funny because it used to be a Popeyes before.
Yes.
This new Popeyes came in. So like two other businesses tried to succeed in this same location. They couldn't. And then a different franchisee for a Popeyes came in, and then they've been there ever since.
Yeah, apparently it's working out a little bit better for them. I think their Popeyes is better than the original Popeyes that came to town a few years ago.
Yeah, because I came here just after it closed.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So I never even got to try it.
Yeah, that one was horrible.
Yeah, my grandparents did not like it.
It ruined actually one of my brothers like taste the Popeyes. They were like, Popeyes is terrible. We have Shell over at Jasper's Cherokee Sirloin taking home that nice Musco prize of $21.30 in this one. Good job, Shell, as that minor is going to become available in this upcoming game, clicking up to 54 balls or less, and only growing as you guys continue to get enrolled. That major prize still going to be available at 53 balls or less, looking good, and mega prize at 56 balls or less. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this upcoming game.
Awesome stuff. But we were talking about all the places we broadcast on, and we also broadcast on something you may be watching on right now, those Pilot TVs. We've recently been sending them to a lot of new places. We're going to give those new places a shout out right now. Starting it off is Scoops Pub and Grill, Muddy Cow Coon Rapids, Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids, Bricks Pub and Grub, American Legion Chaska, Happy Hour Inn, The Corner with a K, Howling Dog Pub, Andy's Bar and Grill, Oldenburg Brewing Company, and Lindsay's Barbecue and Grill. All of them getting some new Pilot TVs.
A little luck going out to you guys. We're gonna have a new list for happy hour of those Pilot TVs as we just got some more installed, and John's gonna have a great time going over that list later on today. But we gotta talk about jackpots, as we didn't give out a single jackpot yesterday. But still, we've given out 35 jackpots over the last 7 days and 116 jackpots during the season 13. So still giving out lots of jackpots, but that just means a lot of jackpots are prepped and ready for you heading into today. 1 minute to get enrolled in this one, and one of those great jackpots prepped and ready for you is that major prize, $5,000. But if you guys aren't looking for jackpots in our live bingo, check out our E-Tabs. Our newest E-Tab game is called Lucky Star, and you can see if you can win big in the Wild Star bonus round. It is super fun stuff. Take home some great prizes, and let us know how you feel about that game. We love some player reviews, and head on over to Facebook to leave that great review.
That's right, and you can give us a like and follow on our Facebook while you are there. Search up Pilot Games, and you'll see our logo. That way you can see those new previews of new E-Tab games, weekly bingo schedules of everything we're playing, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and a lot more than that too. Also, click the website link on our Facebook to see our link tree. Has links to bar locations, other social media pages like Twitter and Instagram, and a lot more than that too. So definitely check us out on Facebook. Leave a comment on our most recent post, and just keep updated on everything Pilot Games.
Oh, that's for sure. Definitely some great stuff there. Always getting check-ins. I mean, one person always is checking in, Mad Dog.
That's right.
I don't gotta tell Mad Dog to check in, as he
he's
always
loves leaving his opinion.
He is. Yes, he does love leaving his opinion, and we love Mad Dog for doing so.
That's right.
So a little bit of luck going out to Mad Dog for just being a consistent player of Pilot Games, as well as just being a great personality reality for us as well. I still will never forget when we were broadcasting live, and we've already been hanging out with Mad Dog as he was at the bar we were broadcasting at for probably about a 45 minutes to half an hour at that point, and he just looks over at us, and I see him trying to get our attention. I'm like, what is going on? And he goes, and he pulls out a horseshoe, a full-blown horseshoe, and he goes, "This is my lucky horseshoe. I'm winning today." And I was like, that dude's committed to the bingo winnings. I mean, he knows how to get the luck flowing.
100%. But, of course, we do have balls rolling around on this game right now. We got $24.60 slotted up for that must-go, $109 for that minor jackpot at 54 balls or less to win. That major jackpot is over $5,700 and 53 balls or less to win, and the mega jackpot is way over 10 grand now, over 40 or right at 46 balls or less to win. So definitely some awesome stuff, looking good for this game of Game Day Bingo. But we still are playing this until 1 p.m. because this is our lunch hour bingo, and right after this we get our first chance of Lucky 4 bingo right at 1 p.m. Right after that, we're going to be continuing on with Game Day Bingo from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the same prizes, just moving on from 1 to 4, so keep that in mind. And then right after that stint of Game Day Bingo, we got the second chance of Lucky 4 Bingo right at 4 p.m. If that first chance of $75,000 did not go out, you'll be getting another chance at it, bigger and better than before. And, of course, that game kicks off our happy hour bingo, and we got a whole lot more bingo to get into from 4 to 6.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's just craziness.
Skull Bingo, running from 4 to 6. It's a great time. We love that it's been switched back over to our happy hour just because of how fun it is with 3 different jackpots available. But we do have a winner here, taking home $24.60, and it's ABC 123. You and me. We got the Wheelhouse taking home that nice over at the Wheelhouse. Good job, ABC, taking home that nice prize. I don't even know if that's the lyrics to the Jackson 5.
Easy as 1, 2,
yeah, 3. It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Do, re, mi. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, baby, you and me, girl. Oh, such a good song. But got to get back into bingo as we're playing Skull Bingo from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. Coverall prize $23,234. 50 balls or less. Large frame prize $4,149. 43 balls or less to win, and line prize of $1,245. You could take home in 10 balls or less. Right. All should be some great stuff, ending off with one final game of Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 p.m. during that happy hour. And your final opportunity at that $75,000 jackpot in Lucky 4 Bingo if it didn't go out at the 4 o'clock or 1 o'clock opportunities.
Very, very true. But tonight, from 6 to 10 p.m., since we're playing Skull Bingo during happy hour, we got some Game Day Bingo for you guys later on tonight. During that time, minor, major, mega jackpot, exactly what we're trying to play for right now. So let me keep that in mind. It will be rolling on throughout the day and continuing on from 6 to 10 p.m. Normally, though, during this time, we do have a couple PGL nights throughout the week. Every Tuesday, it's MegaSota game night. It starts at 6:40 like it does every single Tuesday. Got a lot of great PGL games slotted in during that night, including a grand finale of Jackpot Jungle. I just totally blanked on it for a second. I love Jack. We talk about it all the time, too, but Jackpot Jungle has a great coverall jackpot of 54 balls or less to win on that one, and $7,166 can be got on that one.
Oh, yeah, the following night, Wild Wednesday, happens at 7 o'clock every single Wednesday. Lots of PGL action there as me and Will come live, trying to give out some great PGL points and prizes during that great PGL special night. So come out for MegaSota Game Night and Wild Wednesday. Both of them a lot of fun Tuesday night and Wednesday night. But as you guys are getting enrolled into this third game of Game Day Bingo, the minor prize at 56 balls or less, we're going to be hopping into some national days on today. The first one being a tasty one, National Chocolate Cake Day. National Chocolate Cake Day celebrates the cake more people favor, and more often than not, we celebrate our special occasions like anniversaries, birthdays, and weddings with cake. Why not enjoy chocolate cake on January 27th every year?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great day.
Yeah,
Chocolate cake.
I love some chocolate cake. Are you a chocolate cake guy?
Yeah.
Or are you more of a vanilla cake guy?
Yeah, chocolate.
You're more chocolate cake?
I'm chocolate, like everything.
It really matters for me because I feel like vanilla cake tends to be more moist than a chocolate cake. I get a lot more dry chocolate cakes for some reason, but I have no clue if there's any scientific backing or I've just had more poorly baked chocolate cakes.
It might just be because, like, we have chocolate cake more on average.
That
so
might
so
be
it's
the
more likely to just, like, maybe we might have a bad one.
Yeah, that might be the case. That
Yeah.
definitely could be the case.
At least that would be the case for me, I
yeah,
feel like.
when I get a good chocolate cake, though, there's not much that can top that cake-wise.
No. When you get those, like, super, like, moist, like, kind of rounded ones with the layers and stuff like that, I mean, it's over for that.
You throw some chocolate layers, just chocolify it as much as you can, and I'm super, super happy. It's the same thing I do with my ice cream, though. I get chocolate ice cream with brownie bits, chocolate syrup everywhere in it, fudge and everything.
Oh,
I just
agree.
want as much chocolate as I can, and I'm the same way with my cake. Super, super
100%.
tasty. If you could throw a little Reese's flavor, throw a little peanut butter action in that
Yeah.
chocolate cake, you take it to that next level for me. I mean, I absolutely love a good peanut butter chocolate mix.
Oh, 100%. I think the only time I wouldn't prefer a chocolate cake is the Mexican tres leches cake. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where it's like just like soaked in milk. That's super good.
Yeah, that would be that would be interesting with a chocolate cake.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be good.
I don't think
see, like it's a good chance it probably wouldn't be.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just the vanilla. at
Yeah,
that point,
definitely,
you know?
definitely the classic. Well, today we're celebrating chocolate cake though, so enjoy a little chocolate cake on today, and hopefully you can, find yourself one of those. Maybe even an ice cream cake that had some chocolate in it. I feel like
ice cream cake is underrated.
oh, for sure. I feel like honestly, I'm such a little cake guy that I would choose a cookie cake. I would choose an ice cream cake before I would choose either just a regular cake.
Dude, the chewy cookie cakes were the best. You know, they had the hard ones that were like more like cookie-like, but like the chewy cookie cakes were like always the best.
Oh, when kids would bring in a cookie cake for their birthday, like to your elementary school
the
class.
store-bought one with like the icing. Like,
Good.
Yeah.
So good. I always got so excited. It was so much more exciting than like cupcakes or something like
I
that.
agree.
Like
I agree.
a cookie cake got me hyped.
I'd rather have a slice of cookie cake any day.
We
But
have
of course.
a winner here. Nasty Mary over at Beer Town Lounge is taking home that nice Musco prize of $34.90. Good job, Nasty Mary.
It must have just gotten like a really bad Bloody Mary cocktail. Just letting the bartender know, like, hey, that was not it.
It's her nickname from her rugby days.
That's right. That's right. Just laying out opponents.
Funny
nasty,
enough, my itty bitty like religion teacher
Yeah.
was a collegiate rugby player.
Really?
Which was I saw
Wow.
pictures of her like trucking other women
Wow.
like in college and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I was like, what? As she was like a 5'4", just little like softest spoken
no,
woman
she's
you'll
the
ever
low man
meet.
every time, though.
I'm like, you scare me.
She's
You,
like she's the low man every time, every single time. It's not gonna. It doesn't matter. She's gonna tackle anybody.
she was so nice, and then I actually ended up getting the benefit of coaching her son in football.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
he actually was a big cross country kid. Came over to football because he just was like,
really
more
fast.
more of my friends are into football than
Yeah.
cross country, and so he came over. Absolutely great. He learned super fast, and he got the nickname the Claw for
That's
some
awesome.
reason. I
That's
have no
funny.
idea why,
That's
but
really
he had nicknamed the Claw, and it wasn't like Kawaii Claw. It was like the Claw.
He sharpened one of his nails before the game to slice everybody, Teen Wolf style.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think poor kid. He had one opportunity for a touchdown during the season, as he didn't play very much just because he was new to football.
Yeah.
Then he just ended up. He was like inches away. I felt so bad for him, but just a great guy and a great teacher as well. But she played rugby, and so I don't know why, Nasty Mary, you got me on a whole rugby tangent. But good job to getting that nice Musco win, as we got a 54 ball or less minor prize now in this game, $195 available. 1 minute to get enrolled as we continue talking about some great National Day action.
Yeah, 100%. And we do have a couple more serious ones to
Yes,
get into.
yes.
But, I mean, they're super important ones and always, like, great ones to to talk about. This one specifically is Vietnam Peace Day. Every year on January 27th, Vietnam Peace Day commemorates the signing of the Paris Peace Accords. This event ended America's involvement in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, definitely a huge moment in American history.
Yeah,
and
no, I mean, like I talked to my grandpa a lot about this, and his life was just so impacted by this. He was drafted into the Vietnam War and ended up serving in the Navy. He had a lot of friends that served in the Vietnam War too. Because,
Wow.
it was just kind of the age range where they were just able to be drafted.
And it lasted for so
Yeah,
long. It was
yeah.
just a very, very long time. And so it's great to celebrate peace. And so that's why we can celebrate this day as Vietnam Peace Day.
Yeah.
Next up is another very serious one, as it's International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of the Holocaust, also known as Holocaust Remembrance Day. Each year on January 27th, the world remembers one of the most horrific events in modern history. This tragic event is known as the Holocaust. The Holocaust occurred during World War II when Nazi Germany killed millions of innocent victims. Just an absolutely horrific thing that happened. And the reason we remember them on today is actually in this day in history, as in this day in January 27th, 1945, it was a big moment in the war as Soviet troops enter Auschwitz, Poland, freeing the survivors of the network of concentration camps and finally revealing the world the depths of the horrors perpetrated there.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's days like this are extremely important to remember and talk about when things like this happen throughout history. So yeah, I mean, it's just another day that's extremely important.
Yeah, there's a lot of history that repeats itself. We want to keep track of the history that we don't want to repeat.
Yes.
And I mean, Holocaust Remembrance Day, to anybody who is related to the victims or anything like that, we send our condolences out to you. We do have 45 balls dropped in this game. We're trying to give out a minor prize in 58 balls or less. 9 balls away for a bunch of these players. We'll see if they can end up taking home one of these great prizes. If we don't give out a great jackpot, we do have a $37.90 must-go prize, which isn't too bad either.
100%. But of course, we do have some more national days to get into. And this next one up is a good one to celebrate at work. It's National Fun at Work Day.
Oh, yeah.
And fight the workday doldrums during National Fun at Work Day on the last Friday in January. National Day calendar makes it so easy to do when everyone around the workplace has a birthday, for one example. Oh, okay. they're trying to plug in their website stuff. But
oh, really?
Before we go further, we have player over at Westgate Bowl Wellington's taking that must go of $37.90. Awesome stuff. But yeah, it's just a good day. Like if you're at work and not having having a boring, slow day, maybe you can find some stuff to occupy your time with that is not extremely work.
Oh yeah, no, there's always fun things to do at work, whether it actually is work or you're just having we do work all the time where we're broadcasting and then we talk about stuff that's just fun for us to talk about, not anything about Pilot Games, but it's fun.
Jordy and I were talking about Donut Pangea.
Donut Pangea, yeah, I definitely thought that was an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I wish we lived in a donut world.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Like
Kind of like Halo.
Yeah,
but I mean? but like fatter.
In little space shuttles that went across the
cool.
gap in the middle.
No, I agree.
I think that would be a pretty fun way to go about it.
That'd be sweet because and then in the middle, it'd probably be just some super crazy little space
tech utopia
area.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there'd totally be big space stations in the middle.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Oh, that'd be cool. What if there's
the
space
world
walkways,
scientists?
Space walkways.
Oh.
Or space railways with bullet trains.
It would have to be like a railway.
Yeah, because it'd be thousands of miles.
Just a walkway.
Woo. It's walking all of the Wall of China, but 3 times that.
Exactly. That would be absolutely crazy.
I'd be down for it.
Interesting stuff. Well, we got 1 minute and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this one.
That minor jackpot's looking good. 60 balls or less to win over 250.
Ooh, definitely fun stuff as you guys continue to get enrolled. That $5,903 prize can be won in 53 balls or less and just needs a little under $100 to click up from 53 to 54 balls or less, making it even more exciting. But happy National Fun at Work Day. Do you got any? What?
I could have had fun at work today. I shaved today, and so I did a couple things before I did. I did a goatee before I stopped.
Okay.
It looked okay, but like it wasn't super fun. I feel like.
Yes.
But then I shaved just my chin, and I had like a handlebar mustache. But it sucked because one side was like really good because I kind of shaved it correctly.
Yes.
But the other side I kind of shaved a little too close on my mustache by that point.
Too thin.
And so it was too thin. I was like, man, I can't. It looks sick on this side, but like I can't come into work.
Just
with,
you're
like,
on the broadcast the entire time.
Yeah, no,
like,
exactly.
Hey,
Just
how
like
you doing?
100%. But and I was thinking about doing that today, but
that would have been.
yeah.
I would have been ecstatic to have
so
you have
funny.
walked in with a handlebar
I
mustache.
should have just taken a side profile picture.
You should have. You absolutely should have. Like one of those photos of you just like staring off in the distance, like
exactly
with the
Put it on
handlebar.
the player pictures section. So it pops up every now and then
with a nice cowboy movie quote of some kind.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's something from like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Exactly. I feel like you're just right on the money there.
100%,
But happy National Fun at Work Day. We have fun here at Pilot Games all the time, whether we're giving out prizes, we're dressing up randomly for the broadcast, or we're going out to Minnesota to broadcast at local bars. It's always a lot of fun working here, and so hopefully you guys can have a little bit of fun at work today, since it's National Fun at Work Day.
Very true. But this next one up on the list, it is National Big Wig Day. Putting the fun in fundraising while bringing awareness to a cause close to many hearts, National Big Wig Day. On the last Friday in January, gives everyone an opportunity to play an important role, the role of the big wig. So what is this about, like donating hair maybe or something like that?
Let's find out a little bit more about this day, as that was not a amazing description of what this day entailed.
I was like, I kind of want to know the cause.
Yeah, it's honors the Look Good, Feel Better campaign. Folks across the country host parties to raise money for cancer patients.
Awesome, cool. So it's about fundraising for cancer things, and also maybe even alluding to donating hair as well.
Yeah, because there's always huge needs for actual hair to make those wigs, and it's really cool stuff to be able to have a day like this to celebrate and to raise money for people who need a little bit of help.
Oh, 100%. No, I always love seeing those videos online where the kids grow their hair out like a crazy amount, and then they go like and they're super like happy going to the barber, and they're super excited about it, and then they shave it all off, and they're like, I'm donating all of it. No, it's always like just a very like heartwarming kind of thing to see.
Yeah, I always wanted to do it in high school, grow out my hair and like donate it, but my high school actually didn't allow us to grow our hair past our collar.
Oh, yeah.
Because I went to a private school, and so then I couldn't grow it past my collar, and so I could never get my hair long enough to actually be able to donate it. And I also just was not committed to growing out my hair like that. I definitely was like the shaved side, just a little fluff on the top that I could do whatever with, and that was my go-to. We do have a winner here, though, taking home a Musco prize again.
Oh, there it is, splitting up. SAT over at Halfley's Bar in Richmond and Idaho 32 over at Rivers Bend Bar and Grill. Both of them taking away that Musco at 5180, splitting it up between the two of them.
When you said SAT, it sent shivers up my spine.
Just like not good.
Yeah.
It should have just been like Saturday. Short for Saturday.
Saturday. We do have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this upcoming game. And actually, happy National Big Wig Day. Hopefully you guys can find a way to celebrate or just find a website to donate a little bit of money for cancer patients. Definitely a great one to celebrate on today. But since this weekend we're in the heat of the NFL playoffs, I just want to get your little opinion about the remaining teams left. We got Chiefs, Bengals, and we also got Eagles, 49ers on the other side of the bracket. What are you thinking for those upcoming games? What kind of Super Bowl are we getting?
I think Bengals, 49ers.
Bengals, 49ers.
Yeah. I think that's the initial like guesstimation I made.
Yes.
I think I'm just gonna stick with it.
Yes.
It's just a gut feeling.
That would definitely be probably the best guessing of like who's gonna win. You got Patrick Mahomes on one side. It's hard to ever not bet against Patrick Mahomes, as he's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1 Super Bowl. He's one of the most talented players in the league. Like it wouldn't be crazy to say that he makes the playoffs. I think Burrow has a good shot at beating him with the Bengals. I think they have a really talented team and have the benefit of having a #1 wide receiver on a rookie contract and their star QB on a rookie contract as well. So they've been able to fill that roster with talent.
Man, but to be honest, if I were to pick the most fun Super Bowl, I think it'd probably be the complete opposite.
Eagles-Bengals.
It'd be Chiefs-Bengals.
Oh,
or not
Chiefs.
Chiefs-Bengals, Chiefs-Eagles.
Chiefs-Eagles.
Yeah, I think that'd be the most fun.
Okay.
Like just because like you have two high-powered offenses going at each other.
And it's like the opposites of each other, like two different teams, as well as Andy Reid got fired from the Eagles.
Yeah.
And so it would be kind of his revenge game in the Super Bowl kind of thing.
Yeah, very, very true. And I think that would be a really fun game, or I think Chiefs 49ers would be really fun too.
Yeah, I think it's kind of I think I would prefer Chiefs Eagles, because I think Chiefs Eagles would be fun because you got the run heavy offense and the really good defense versus the pass crazy offense and the okay defense of the Chiefs. Like, who's going to be able to stop each other? I think it's going to be just a scoring like craze in that game, and so that would be the fun part of that game. Is just I think it would go really high scoring for a Super Bowl. And so that would be my favorite, Chiefs Eagles. But I think any way you spin it with these teams right now, I think the NFL is pretty equal right now. There's not one that I necessarily favor more than the other. Yeah. And so I think it's just a fun time to be a fan of the NFL.
No, I agree. I think there's definitely going to be a lot of exciting football coming up. All these teams are honestly a lot of fun to watch so far. So pretty excited to see the rest of it. But of course, enough about football. We got a little bit of Minnesota Twins news to get into. And if you thought you'd already seen all the changes the Minnesota Twins were making to their uniforms in 2023, well, we were literally all wrong. This evening, the Twins surprised your friendly Canadian sports logo and uniform reporter by revealing the ball club would be wearing a retro-inspired tri-colored batting helmet when taking the plate in their home whites this season. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love the helmet. Cool. I think the retro helmets will look absolutely fantastic. Yeah. White front with the nice logo, red bill, and the navy blue back to it.
Yeah. No,
I think
looks cool.
Looks like a really, really cool helmet. Actually might be one of my favorite helmets in the MLB right now. So I'm super excited about it. I thought that was a really, really cool helmet.
Man, like a Bengals helmet on an MLB helmet would be crazy. That'd be crazy.
That would look really cool with the tiger stripes.
Yeah, it looked good, dude.
I feel like they don't get as creative with the batting helmets in the MLB.
No, like, they don't get creative with the uniforms, period.
Yeah, no, it's a very based in tradition sport. Yes. And so like to change it from like the original logo or original design or whatever it is, it's a huge deal.
Yeah, even the kind of the NHL is a little bit like that too, but they have way more fun uniforms. I'd say even more so than maybe even potentially the NFL and NBA, like certain uniforms.
Yes, yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that.
Even like the newer teams, are pretty like the Kraken. They have pretty cool ones, to be honest.
The NFL with the helmet change really upped their ante with like how cool their uniforms are,
and like allowing the retro and throwback uniforms. Like the color rush kind of things and that sort of stuff. But we do have a couple where we got one winner. We got Scooter over at Chatters in Monticello taking away $349. Nice job to you, Scooter. That is a nice minor jackpot to take away on this game. But we are getting into this next one of Game Day Bingo. It's number 7 on the day, so keep that in mind. We're chugging on along and getting closer to getting some more jackpots. But good news for the rest of you that didn't win on this game. That must go of $67 is moving on into this next one, getting bigger and better than before.
Yeah, double must go and a minor prize of $5,988. Pretty much $6,000 available on that minor prize. 53 balls or less. It's going to be exciting stuff heading into this game number 7. So get enrolled, press play, 2 minutes to get enrolled. But if you're not getting enrolled into our live bingo, definitely check out our e-tabs. We have an e-tab actually themed after our Minnesota Twins called Twins Win. You guys can even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round where you could take home some Grand Slam prizes if you pick the lucky batter.
100%. So check it out. Let us know what you guys think. But in the meantime, while we're getting enrolled into this next game, we're going to be getting into some Game Day Bingo standings. This is what you guys are earning points for right as we speak. And starting it right off with the player side of things. We got in 9th place. It's a two-way tie between Lucky over at Classic Bowl and Rock's Gym over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. They're both falling from an 8th place tie back into 9th, still with each other. They got 14,000 points in 9th place for Lucky and Rock's Gym. Nice job to you guys. In 6th place, we have a two-way tie. Bobo is rising from 10th place over at Corner Bar and Goodhue, and Tanya is rising from 7th place over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery. But Bucko is falling from 5th back into the 6th place tie over at the Green Lantern. All 3 of these players are tied up with 16,000 points in 6th place. In 5th, we got Brother Nate over at Chart House with 18,000 points. In 4th, we got falling from 3rd. It's Funk over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards with, that's right. Funk is actually climbing from 4th to 3rd. Now Funk has 20,000 points in 3rd place. But in 4th place, it's Jim Rocks over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards with 19,000 points. Jim Rocks is 1,000 points behind Funk, with Funk being now in the top 3 and 3rd place. In 2nd place, it's 1308 over at Red Fox Tavern with 23,000 points. And in 1st place, it is Bowl over at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 26,000 points. Only 3,000 points ahead of the nearest player.
Oh, yeah, definitely some crazy stuff there on the location side. Player side of these standings. You're earning points for those standings right now, so should be some fun stuff as we get into this game right here. But we got some location standings to get into while you guys are getting after it. 9th place is a two-way tie, dropping back from 8th into 9th place is Classic Bowl, and already in 9th place is Shady's Railside, both of them with 23,000 points. 7th place, another tie being formed up, moving up from 10th into 7th. We got Lincoln Depot, as the location that was already in 7th got tied with Lincoln Depot, American Legion Fridley, both of them with 25,000 points. 6th place is Red Fox Tavern with 27,000 points. And with 32,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. 4th place, getting bumped back from 3rd, we have Outtakes with 37,000 points. And with 40,000 points moving up from 4th into 3rd, we have Chart House. 2nd place is Corner Bar Goodhue with 45,000 points. And with 79,000 points in 1st place, we have Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards. Good job to all of our locations and players in Game Day Bingo. Right now, we got 34 balls dropped in this game right here.
Awesome stuff. Looking good so far, but if you guys feel like playing any of our E-Tab games, we got over 70 different charitable E-Tab games to get into. And you guys can play these anytime because they're not scheduled bingo. They're just kind of E-Tab games.
Oh, yeah.
You can play them anytime, doing huge prizes up to $1,500. All of those games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 and awesome bonus and free play rounds on top of all that. So keep that in mind. Each one of those 70 games has different themes and a lot of different characters and all free play rounds and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So check them out. Let us know which one is your favorite, and we'll send you out a little bit of Pilot Games luck.
Oh, yeah, and right now we're listening to a little Go for Gold action. It's the winter edition of Go for Gold, which is a super fun one. It's got all the Winter Olympic Games and everything you could possibly need from your Olympics winter edition, and so definitely check it out. You got a hockey player out there. Looks like figure skater, bobsledding, definitely some great stuff there. Do you have a favorite event in the Winter Olympics?
It's got to be like anything snowboarding, dude.
It's snowboarding?
Yeah, this is always so fun.
Whenever
for me
you
to
could have
watch.
watched Shaun White back in the day,
yeah,
like in
dude.
2008.
Oh my gosh.
Just killing it.
Yes.
We do have a winner here, though, taking home that must-go prize of $95.10. It is Larry M. over at Charlie's Nissan Bar, and Sparkle over at MT's on 8th. Good job to both those players splitting up the double must-go of $95. We'll now be getting rolled into this next one with that minor prize clicking up to 54 balls or less, as well as that major prize clicking up to 54 balls or less. The minor prize, $56. The major prize, $6,000. And you can't even win the minor prize if you win it in 54 balls or less. You'll just be taking home that major prize, which is definitely some awesome stuff there. The mega prize still at 46 balls or less, $10,979 available.
Awesome stuff. But speaking of Shaun White, though, when I watched Shaun White, I was still living in Texas and stuff, so I couldn't like snowboard at all, even if I wanted to. But I remember I literally thought it was so cool, and he looked like so sick doing it.
Yes.
And I loved the snowboarding game SSX on the GameCube.
Yes, so fun.
Because you could do tricks and all that sort of stuff. But I literally remember I went out and I bought a Shaun White like hoodie. You know how
Really?
he had
Yes.
his own
Yes.
line of clothes and stuff. I think they were at Walmart.
Yes.
I literally got like this nice like padded hoodie, and it was so cool looking.
That's
oh my gosh.
so fun.
And I always thought Shaun White was so sick just because his hoodie was super comfy and like he always like looked really cool.
Yeah,
like,
with
doing
he
snowboarding
looked
and
like a
stuff.
snowboarder.
Dude,
like,
yeah, he did.
He
Oh my
screamed
gosh.
snowboarder. It
Yeah.
was absolutely awesome to
Yeah.
watch him. I had the Snow White Wii Fitboard game that you could do where you stood on the Wii Fitboard and you had to lean where you were going, and that was always a really, really fun one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had it or if it was a friend that had it, but I played it quite often.
Yeah.
But it was a super fun, the Shaun White white game. But fun E-Tab game. I like probably for my favorite Winter Olympic sport, it's going to have to go to, what's the brush one?
Oh, shuffleboard?
Yeah, shuffleboard.
Yeah.
I don't think it's called shuffleboard.
I think it's something else. I think shuffleboard is a different variation of
I think that's the dry.
Yes, like where it's not ice. I think ice is it just ice shuffleboard? Would it be?
Curling.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Yes.
Yeah, because it's technically it's bowling, shuffleboard, and curling, and they're all kind of the same technically thing.
Just on different surfaces.
Yeah, different surfaces with slightly different rules and that sort of stuff too.
But curling, that's going to be my favorite of it.
Curling is cool.
I think it's so cool, and I feel like it takes probably so much skill to actually be like Olympic level good at it,
I agree
because
with
it
that,
doesn't take much athleticism at all. So it has to all come down to skill, which I think is super cool.
I think that's cool too. I think because curling, I think, is a little bit more difficult than shuffleboarding because you're dealing with ice rather than like a set floor.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I definitely I think curling is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites of the Winter Olympics. And if you want to get a little Winter Olympics action, play the winter edition of Go for Gold. Take home some nice prizes in it.
Nick, if we had just looked down, we would have seen that Nikki sent us. It was curling.
Well, thank you, thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
We do have balls dropping in this game right here. That major prize, 54 balls or less, $6,000. Mega prize, 46 balls or less, $10,000. And a must go of $38 you can take home if we click past all those prizes. But as you guys continue on this game number 8 of Game Day Bingo, we have a little bit of music history to get into. One of them not really having to do with music at all.
That's right. Starting it off all the way back in 1984. At the peak of his popularity, Michael Jackson films an ad for Pepsi that goes horribly wrong when some stray pyro sets his hair on fire.
How dare they set Michael Jackson's hair on fire?
That's like setting the Declaration of Independence on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a national artifact.
Exactly. Like he's iconically known for his hair. Very, very crazy. I can't imagine what chaos happened on that commercial set.
Dude, I feel like Pepsi just does not have a good history with advertisements at all, dude. They do not have a good track record whatsoever. Man,
are they the ones that had the manly soda?
I don't know.
Or was that Dr. Pepper?
The manly soda?
It was like Dr. Pepper Zero.
I think it might have been. No, Dr. Pepper was the. Yeah, I think that was the manly one. Yeah,
I had no idea what they were doing. It was an interesting way of doing it.
Why is Diet Dr. Pepper for men now? What's the reasoning?
I thought it was just diet soda.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess.
Cool.
It's like when Bic, the pen, came out with pens for women.
Yes, it was like it's a pen.
Yeah, no, I remember that they had like a skit where like a few women wrote with it. And they were like, "Wow, this is so awesome! I can finally use a pen." and then like a man tried to use it, and he was like, "Huh? Like I don't even know how this thing works." It was just like a pink pen.
So stupid. It is so dumb.
Such a terrible.
I don't know why companies do that. We do have Shirley over at Halfley's Bar taking home a nice must-go prize of $38.50. Good job, Shirley, as we're going to continue getting enrolled into a game number 9 of Game Day Bingo. With that minor prize clicking up to 56 balls or less, finally getting available after clicking past that major prize at 54 balls or less. That mega prize will be sitting at 46 balls or less still. So should be some great stuff as we continue to get enrolled.
Awesome stuff.
But definitely some crazy stuff as Michael Jackson's hair gets set on fire at an ad for Pepsi.
Yeah.
Definitely crazy things happening.
I want to see the tape.
Yes, I do too.
Because they definitely got that on camera.
Oh, 100%. And I always have wondered, what does Michael Jackson sound like freaking out?
Oh man,
because he's such a soft-spoken dude. He never sounded threatening by any means. He just was
oh yeah, just over and over again. It just probably sounds like the beginning to a song, like he's warming up.
Gosh. Well, next up on our music day in history, though, in 1998, the Dixie Chicks released their major label debut, Wide Open Spaces. It is the country trio's first album with lead singer Natalie Maines.
Cool. Yeah, I know they're pretty popular. I've probably heard their music just because I know they are such a popular band. But I can't really think of what they sound like, to be honest.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a little bit more about it.
Take Me Away.
Yeah, so this is a popular song.
Cool.
The meaning of Wide Open Spaces is about
Oh, I think that's just English definition of wide open space.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
That's kind of funny.
I
I love it when Google does that. They just kind of give you the literal question.
Yes, no, that's not what I'm asking. Okay, but the album contained I'll Take Care of You, Give It Up or Let Me Go, You Were Mine, I Can Love You Better, Tonight the Heart Aches on Me, Never Say Die, Once You Love Somebody, and Let Her Rip.
Interesting.
And more.
Cool.
But definitely some cool stuff. I definitely have heard I Can Love You Better.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've heard.
Or I'm getting it confused with a new popular song.
I Love You Better. Oh, I'm Shawn Mendes.
Is that
Love You Better? Yeah.
Is that a new song that just came out?
No, not just came out, but it was one of his most popular songs.
I Can Love You Better.
I think it's a Shawn Mendes song.
I think so. I don't remember. I don't listen to that. It's like a song that I've heard on social media. Not that I ever listen to. Kind of thing.
No, I totally get it.
I'm trying to put it together what it is. So I probably won't be able to.
I'm gonna have to play some of the Dixie Chicks songs after this broadcast just to hear it.
For sure, as they're just such a popular band from just all-time country music artists.
I recognize them because I'm gonna be real. Any country released after 1980. I just didn't really
No,
I was never brought up on that.
I've never taken my time also to really explore the country music genre.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've taken my time to look through rap genre.
Yeah.
I've gone all the way back to what's it, Sugar Hill Gang. Listening to rap music, but then I have pop music, which I've definitely looked at for a bunch of it. Rock music. Will has introduced me to probably 90% of my rock music now that I know, but I've done enough now to know a lot about rock music. But country music is one of those that's kind of escaped me, and I've never really hung around anybody that's been super into country music yet in my life. And so I need somebody to push me into that genre because I won't do it myself.
The only country I listen to is just the Highwaymen, which is just Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, and the other guys on there. I can't name them right now.
There is a few. There is the legends that I definitely listen to, but it's only the legends that I listen to. It's not really any kind of I don't have my weird favorite that I have. I have every genre has my weird favorite where I'm they weren't popular at all, but I like them a lot.
So I don't have a Babytron of country music. I don't have a Young Lean for country
music.
Corn. There's no corn for country music for me.
Yeah, exactly. But we are now got 50 balls dropped on this game right here. We're trying to give out a major prize in 54 balls or less. We'll see if it goes out as people are 5 balls away, not looking like they are in line for that major prize. We still have an opportunity at this minor prize as we are getting closer to it. 56 balls or less.
Ooh.
And we're moving past it to a $33.70 must-go prize. Let's see who takes it home. But while you guys are waiting to see who takes it home, or you're just waiting to get enrolled, sign up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. You can earn points to get into our PGL Top 10s and also get insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it.
100%. But in the meantime, we got a winner, Mad Hatter, over at MT's on 8th over in St. Cloud, taking away $33.70 on that must-go. Nice job to you, Mad Hatter.
Yeah, 33 was my lucky number all throughout my life.
Nice.
I don't know why it became that, but it just was random. My dad, he was a 70s. That's the numbers he wore. I didn't really have anybody to really base 33 off of.
Yeah.
But it was it was the one I was given in youth football.
Yeah.
And then I just kept on wearing it throughout the rest of my life until I got to middle school or high school. It was high school when I finally had to switch to number 3 instead of 33.
Yeah, I think the numbers that I would choose if I were to be in sports would probably be 3 or 4, or no, not 3 or 4, 4 or 7. Those
4 or 7.
Yeah, 4 or 7.
Those are good numbers.
Yeah,
those are good ones. Yeah, Dalvin Cook, number 4. He looks great in it too.
Right,
but before we move too far off, we got to talk about PGL a little bit more, as we have some new members who just got signed up at PGL.world that are in our new member highlight list. And those players are Blizzard, Luke K, Kelbell, Minnesota April, Six Pack, Tut, Big Rig 18, K Davis, Girly Girls 3, Casper L, Larry, and CJ Slick. Definitely some awesome stuff there getting signed up in that PGL.world. But since we're talking about Dalvin Cook and Vikings, I want to talk about as Vikings are kind of in an interesting predicament right here. As I thought it was going to be if we made it to the second round, I was going to feel a lot more secured in this offseason than getting booted out in the first round, as that kind of made me like second guess how do we need to do things. I think getting a new defensive coordinator was the first of those things, which we just interviewed.
Brian Flores.
Yeah, Brian Flores, which I am a huge fan of Brian Flores, as he's been a good defensive coordinator, and he was a decent head coach for Miami for those few years as well.
I mean, like, he was good, and I think he was kind of proving that he was a little bit better than which maybe he was showing in a lot of the games.
But I think one thing that has been questioned on a lot of Vikings fans' minds is Kirk Cousins the long-term solution on this team? Even though he played fantastic for us this season, last season, even the season before that, he's had a really, really good time, but it doesn't feel like he could take you to that next level, be a dynamic quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes, Justin Allen, Joe Burrow, those kinds of really dynamic quarterbacks. And so if the Vikings think, wow, we have a roster that can compete for a championship, we just need that star quarterback to really do it, and move off of a very, very good quarterback in Kirk Cousins. Let's see what this article has. They have 5 quarterbacks that the Vikings should consider trading for in 2023. I'm a huge Kirk Cousins guy, so it's going to be hard for me to be like, okay, we should do this. But we'll see who they say is who they have in mind.
Yeah, I mean, first off the list, I think this is definitely a very understandable one, is Trey Lance.
Okay, very dynamic, for sure, but I don't trust. I mean, the one thing about Kirk Cousins, he's an Iron Man.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss games, which when availability is one of the most important things when it comes to football, of quality, like quality play. And especially in the quarterback position. Trey Lance being the player that he is, getting injured so quickly, and we haven't really seen a lot of great production out of him. He would definitely be someone I would not trade for to replace Kirk Cousins. But if you still have Kirk Cousins and you want someone to come sit underneath him, I think he's a great place there. And this is kind of what it looks like they're going for in these situations, are guys that can sit under Kirk Cousins and then move into the starting position after a few years, or maybe just 1 year. I don't know.
So this one up next is Bailey Zapp. He's another one of those guys who's kind of young and unproven right now. But
if any of these guys could learn from Kirk Cousins, I think this guy, I think he could actually take a lot from Kirk Cousins' book and play some really good football if he got time to sit under a guy like Kirk Cousins, who's so mentally prepared.
True. No, I can definitely agree with that. Tyler Huntley is still, this one I think is probably the most interesting out of the list so far.
Yes.
I think this guy's probably the most proven by far.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Taking over for Lamar Jackson, he has done really, really good stuff. Has shown that he is a starting caliber quarterback at times.
No, I agree with that, especially considering the offense he was working with was also mostly injured at the time.
Yes, and it was built to, be for Lamar Jackson, which I think he brings some similar skill sets that Lamar Jackson does, but he's more of a passer than I think Lamar Jackson is. So I wouldn't be against this one. I think he's a very, very talented player.
I kind of, especially if he's sitting behind Kirk Cousins a little bit, I would like to see it. But before we go further, player over at Burrow Bowl, maybe a little hint for the future, taking away that $42.70 must-go prize. Nice job to you, player, taking that one.
Oh, yeah, here's another one, and this is one that I've been talking about that I think would be really, really cool, and that's Anthony Richardson. He's going to be a first-round quarterback in this upcoming draft out of Florida, and I think he would be an amazing guy to sit under Kirk Cousins for a while. He has the every bit of athleticism, arm talent, and everything like that to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You watch Florida games, and you see it, and you're like, that's a Heisman candidate at times. Then there's other times you watch a Florida game, and you're like, where did he go, kind of thing. And so it's a guy that is definitely a developmental piece, but with all the athletic upside, with the ability to sit underneath a guy like Kirk Cousins, I definitely could see us trying to get a Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, 100%. But this one, the last one, this is probably the least likely. Justin Fields.
But probably the most I'd actually want to have.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's see. But right now, there's no way the Chicago Bears would ever trade him. And that's the thing. He's also in the NFC North.
Yeah.
That's a very important fact as well.
It would be purely if they wanted Bryce Young at the first pick.
True.
That would be what it comes down to. And I don't know if they would want to give Justin Fields an opportunity to play them twice a year. After trading him away.
And it's not like they'd want to trade for Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean?
No,
so it's like that wouldn't be a way we could.
No, it would be for like our first round pick, and maybe some other like guys to maybe some extra picks around there, maybe a next year first rounder if they value him that high. But I think Justin Fields is one of those guys that he hasn't had a good offensive line, he hasn't had good offensive weapons around him, and he's been able to put up some, pretty impressive stats nonetheless. He was one of the worst passers in the NFL this past year, and so that has to be taken into consideration. Mm-hmm. But I think with the leg upside and then thinking about his offensive line coming over to Minnesota would have a complete drastic difference.
Better coach, better receiving core, better everything pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, you go from Chase Claypool being your number one wide receiver to Justin Jefferson being your number one wide receiver. Yeah. And then you also got Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne and all those really good guys. So I think that's going to be interesting stuff. I definitely like it for sure. I think one thing I would definitely be looking for in this offseason is whether we can pick up another offensive weapon. That's what I really want. Just because I think so many times this year it wasn't our defense played really bad, but I felt more schematically was the issue than the players playing poorly.
Yeah, because we got a lot of great individual performances even over the whole season. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We had a few players have a really good season.
Yeah, I actually went back and looked at the entire starting roster, and I went only 2 of the 11 players I really have questions about, and they played decent with our other corner and safety Cameron Bynum. Yeah. I think they both played okay, but it was really schematically that I didn't like this Vikings team. Mm-hmm. But then on the offensive side, the fact that we stalled out too many times in big games was something I really didn't enjoy watching. And so I think getting maybe an extra wide receiver would be really good. My favorite pickup is the TCU wideout that played really good for Duggan this past year.
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now. But he was playing for TCU. He had a lot of really big plays. Kind of the type of guy that would go really well along Justin Jefferson.
Yes, I think
Quentin Johnson.
Is it Quentin Johnson?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, let's just make sure. Yeah, yes, it is Quentin Johnson. He is a huge body and has big playability. He's 6'4". He's got an above average size frame. Oh. But the thing that makes him elite is not that size. Yeah. It is his after catch ability, which is so surprising at that side. Once he gets the ball in his hands, he makes people miss. He makes big plays happen. And I think a guy like that next to Justin Jefferson, who's an amazing possession wide receiver, and I mean, he's just a great all-around, but I think what his, specialty is possession wide receiver, which, it's the same thing as Devontae Adams, where you're like, he's a possession wide receiver, but is he really a possession wide receiver? Because he's just so good at everything else, too. Yeah. Quentin Johnston would pair up nicely with that being a electric piece of this offense that we could maybe give jet sweeps to and do other dynamic things with.
Yeah, true. And I didn't know, but it's kind of obvious he went to see TCU, but he's from Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, like a good guy that likes to stay home. And 100%, so, 100%. The kind of guy that you would draft and he'd stay in Minnesota the rest of his career.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. But we do have a winner. It's Horse over at LC's Bar and Grill in Caledonia, taking away $250 on that minor jackpot. Nice job to you, Horse. But we got that must go moving on into this next game, getting bigger and better than before. And this is now the last game of Game Day Bingo for the lunch hour broadcast. So keep that in mind as we are wrapping up and getting enrolled into this last game. In the meantime, we do have some Skull Bingo standings to get into, and I'll let you take away these players right off the bat.
Oh, yeah, getting bumped back from 9th into 10th. We got Uncle Buck over at the Bar and Grill with 35,000 points. With 37,000 points in 8th place, we actually have a two-way tie, one from moving from unranked Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, tying it up with the already in 8th place C Fairbakes over at Ambiance on Albion, both of them with 37,000 points. With 38,000 points in 7th place, we have Sambo over at Beer Stoop Hastings. 6th place is Brenda over at JB's Tavern with 44,000 points. With 48,000 points in 5th place, we got Boots over at Trebek's Bar and Grill. 4th place is Brother Nate over at the Chart House with 53,000 points. Third place is Kool-Aid over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 61,000 points. Second place is Jelly over at American Legion Stillwater with 77,000 points. And with 155,000 points, really leading the charge in these standings. In first place, we have Tanya over at JR Mac. But I haven't seen Tanya earn a bunch of points lately, and so people are going to get some opportunities to pass him up. It's already affected their location standings as she plays at JR Mac.
Okay, well, hey, getting right into those location standings, we got in 10th place, the Bar and Grill with 68,000 points. In 8th place, both of these locations dropping down from a 7th place tie into an 8th place tie. It's American Legion Moorhead and Danny's Dugout. They both have 73,000 points in 8th place. And now in 7th place, rising up from 9th, it's Chart House over, man, I always do that. I always say it's over somewhere, but it's Chart House with 78,000 points. In 6th place, we have VFW Dilworth marking the first location in the 100,000 point club. In 5th place, we got American Legion Stillwater with 113,000 points. In 4th place, we got Trebek's Bar and Grill with 127,000 points. 3rd place, it's Benton Station with 132,000 points. 2nd place, dropping back from 1st, it's JR Mac with 184,000 points. And in 1st place, taking over that spot, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 185,000 points, only 1,000 points ahead.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great stuff there. I do want to shout out a specific player, as Funk is right now in 2 different standings, just as a newcomer into the Skull Bingo standings. Has been a long time in the Game Day Bingo standings, and it's a hard task to do, and he's playing a lot of live bingo, and so good job, Funk. Hopefully you're winning a lot of prizes while playing those games.
Oh, 100%.
One of our favorite players, too. We got to meet him while we were out there in the MegaSota bar circle, so definitely some awesome stuff. As we're going to get into some celebrity birthdays in this final one, and the first one I'm going to highlight has to be Wolfgang Mozart, a Australian musical prodigy and composer who did so many different works and was just so influential in the music world.
Yeah, 100%. And it's funny, he actually, there's a movie about him that is from the perspective of his rival. And it is such a good movie. It's one of my favorite of all time.
I'll need to watch it.
It's literally just called Amadeus, and it is so good, dude.
That's really, really cool. Yeah,
It's
definitely a great celebrity birthday on today.
100%. So happy birthday, Mr. Wolfgang. In 1832, we got Lewis Carroll, an English author. Has Alice in Wonderland, or not has it, but he wrote it.
Yeah.
He wrote Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, we actually have Winter Wonderland, which is Alice in Wonderland themed ETAB game. So check out that great ETAB game on Lewis Carroll's birthday.
But I was going to say, I said has Alice in Wonderland because I was going to say at Central Michigan University, which is the university we're near, they actually have a first edition print of Alice in Wonderland that was owned by like some princess, like in history, like in like the UK or something like that.
That's really, really interesting. Super, super cool stuff. A few other celebrity birthdays born on today. We have James Cromwell, American actor, Babe, The Green Mile, The Longest Yard. He plays the prison, like the head prison guard in Longest Yard.
Okay.
Remember, for the white hair and just like with like mean, sour look.
That's a crazy lineup to have acted in, to be honest.
Yes,
that's
100%.
Really iconic.
100%. Born in 1958, we got Peter Laird, a American comic book artist who did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's awesome. Happy birthday to Peter Laird. But before we go further, Horse over at Elsie's Bar and Grill in Caledonia, taking away the must-go of $103. Nice job to you, Horse. But I'll get through these last ones really quick. In 1966, Tamlin Tomita, Okinawa, actress, Karate Kid 2, Ming Lee in Santa Barbara. Happy birthday. In 1969, Patton Oswalt was born, American comedian and actor, known for The King of Queens and The Goldbergs. Happy birthday. In 1979, Rosamund Pike, British actress known for being in Gone Girl, An Education, A Private War, and The Wheel of Time, was born on this day. Happy birthday to all of those people, and happy birthday to you if it is your birthday today. But we got a little bit of luck going out to you. Player spotlight to get into.
Yes, and we love showing some luck over to that location that they support. But it's Miami Beach over the Upper Deck Sports Bar, who took home $40,200. And any player who plays at the Upper Deck Sports Bar is supporting the Sartell Youth Hockey Association. The mission of them is to provide youth with an opportunity to enjoy the game of hockey and develop individual skills to their full potential. Absolutely awesome stuff. And that's just a little reminder that when you guys play play Pilot games, your community wins. Enjoy a little Lucky 4 bingo.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
this is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the Pilot Games. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It was awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely, and you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.